Fantastic guys, welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we are going to be doing analysis on the British pound US dollar and also the British pound Japanese yen. We will be looking at the charts, and then at the end of each pair we will be looking at the COT reports, commitment of traders, to see where the longs and shorts are in the market from the big institutes, the big banks, the guys driving the markets basically. I will also, before we get started, just go visit my website. The updated COT reports will be in the resource tab where you can download it, and there's obviously a lot more currencies there that you can look into, and that's updated in the COT reports. Beginner traders, guys, there's a video section there where I've categorized my videos. You know, if you're starting out on trading, tap or click on the Let's Get Started tab. It tells you everything about trading and what you need to know. And there's also my preferred brokers tab, which is you can click on there. It tells you all about A-book brokers and all that. And so yeah, just go through my website. There's a lot of content there. So let's get to the market. Let's get to the charts. So British pound US dollar, what we see is on a monthly time frame, you can see that this big resistance area is still in play, or not in play. It's touched it a second time, but also what you can see here is there's this support area over here. Here we go. Let's just expand it, make it look nicer. So what we can see is that the pound has not broken through, and you can expand this more to the left, and you can see how strong this support area is that we find ourselves, or the pound finds itself currently. So basically back in 2018, this was acted as a big support as well. So currently we're facing it, touched the first time, touched the second time, and now it came down. It has not broken this support yet. So there's definitely, once it breaks that support, it will go down. It can also go up to the upside. So on a weekly time frame, let's have a look on the weekly time frame. Let's just wanted to draw this here. What we can see is there was this trend line, or the zone that the pound was. I'm not going to draw the top one, we're just focusing on the bottom one. You can see how this trend line was respected multiple times on the weekly time frame, and now what we see is this trend line being broken. So it broke it. What we do is we take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of this, because what we know is if there's an impulse to the downside, there will definitely be a retracement. So we can see how the pound came back and retraced between the 38% and the 50%, almost touching the 50%, which was very nicely aligned here by this trend line, basically. So you can see how just wanted to highlight this for you. There you could see it. It was aligned with a nice resistance area there at the top. And then what we are facing ourselves now, or seeing, is that there's also this area here. So what we can expect is the pound either to come back up a little bit. This is now weekly time frame, guys, remember, or because it's currently on a or it closed on a bearish candle, and it's also made this long wick, so we can expect price to come and fill this wick and maybe head to this zone, which is a nice support area as well, and it falls nicely in my minus 27% take profit zone. So guys, that's the weekly one. Let's head to the daily. Let's just make this nicer, expand it a little bit. There we can see. So on the daily time frame, what we can see is we saw this nice movement to the downside, or it moved to the downside, basically and it made a nice retracement to the upside. And just to, again, reference, guys, just use your fibs. I mean, you can see that, let's just try it better. You can see this movement to the downside. It came up, it tested this zone between the 50 and the 61%, and it moved down. I think I made a video about that as well. So use your Fibonacci's, guys. It's a key tool, especially currencies. Well, anything that you trade, it respects that. So what we're currently seeing is there was another move to the downside, and price came up to make another retracement. So what I do is take my Fibonacci out, and then we can see this over here. Let's just minimize it a little bit so we can see a little bit better. So basically, just wanted to draw this here so you can see it. There we go. So we can see this area of support and resistance. It was a strong area here, and we can see how price broke this area, and it comes back, or it came back to retest this area here. So my feeling is that price will shoot down to this minus 27%, which is also kind of lining up with our area over here, which is a big support area. As you can see. Okay, so that is basically my analysis on GBP USD. We can see that this area here of the 38% acted as a retracement area, and we will look now for this week coming. If we have to go to the COT reports, let's look at the pound. What is the big institutes doing? So basically you can see that the net position has gone weaker over the last couple of weeks. So it went from a 32,000 net positions, positive net positions, and it went down to minus, meaning a lot more shorts have been put into the market. You can see it over here that 64,000 longs in the beginning of June, and it's slowly but surely has been reduced in the market. So basically the longs have been taken out, more shorts have been put in the market, meaning that price will be pushed down by the big institutes. So this is why it's another confirmation of that the price might move down to this area here. But again, let's keep a close eye on it on the lower time frames, and this coming week, and then see and get a nice entry as well. Let's head over to our next pair, British pound, Japanese yen. Let's just go to the monthly time frame. Okay, very similar to your British pound dollar, the GU. Okay, so what we see here is our big resistance at the top. We've spoken about this a lot of times, past videos. We can also see that this area, we can also see that this area here has not been broken yet. This resistance and support area has not been broken yet. So we're still waiting and seeing what the pound versus the yen is doing. On a weekly time frame, let's just expand this a little bit so we can see better. Always expand your charts, guys, especially the high time frames. I mean, it just makes it easier to view, to be honest. So we can see this area basically this movement to the downside. Let's just draw this Fibonacci from the low to the high, or from the high to the low, sorry. Now you can see much better. So basically what we see is that the pound made a nice impulse to the downside, came up again, testing this area here between the 50% and 61%. It actually went up. The pound actually made a big, huge move to the upside, but it actually came back and it retracted on the weekly time frame and closed basically below this, or on this 50%. Golden area, guys, we can see price currently still respecting that area, and looks like it's it closed on a bearish candle basically. So if we look at this chart, so basically on the weekly time frame, if you have to just look on this, you would say, okay, cool, no, it's definitely a sell to the downside. But again, guys, do not just look at one time frame. Go to the multi-time frames, go to your lower time frames to select your entry. Don't just enter, because I want to show you something else. So on a weekly time frame, we're saying, okay, it's sell, definitely. But if we have to go to the daily time frame, what we notice here is there's this big area of support turned resistance. It's a key area in the market. Just going to expand it a little bit just to show you guys. There we go. And what we find ourselves here as well, and if you look to the top as well, you can find this area. Just want to expand it a little bit more and actually just move it up. There we go. That's better. Okay. So we can see this is a area of support and resistance. Key areas that's strong, especially on the daily time frame. It's been respected a couple of times. It doesn't just go through and break and come down, and so it's definitely key areas in the market. Okay. So I just want to explain this. Now, what can we expect this week for GJ? Let's go to the COT reports and let's see. So we know that the British pound is getting getting weaker, meaning it is going to fall. Okay, that's what we're expecting. We're seeing it, but now we're looking at against the Japanese yen. So let's have a look at the yen, because if we want the British pound, or if we're going to see the British pound fall, okay, that means that the Japanese yen needs to be strong. It needs to be strong to push the British pound down. If it's a weaker Japanese yen, it means that the British pound is going to get stronger against the Japanese yen. So that means price is going to go up. Do you understand? Because it's a two pairs going against each other. So let's look at the Japanese yen. So on the Japanese yen side, we can see there's a lot more shorts that's been put in the market. I mean, the net positions has grown. The net positions it's gone from a minus 53,000 to a minus 69,000, meaning that it's getting weaker. You can see a lot more longs have been taken out the market, 6,000 longs and 9,000 shorts. So that means that we are going to be seeing this coming week, we're going to be seeing something like this, it pushing up, and maybe this. And again, so we are going to be seeing a ranging market between the GJ. So that's definitely going to be consolidating in between these two zones for this coming week, and even maybe the week after, until one of these zones have been broken. So guys, never just enter on a time frame. Go to your multi-time frames. Look at your COT reports. Look at what the institutes are doing to the price. What are they doing? Are they pushing some longs? Are they pushing shorts? So it's just confirmation, guys. So basically, we are going to be seeing this for GJ in this coming week. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it makes sense. Post your comments in the comment section. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. There's more analysis coming your way this weekend. And I'm also preparing a lot more videos on price action and all that. So guys, just keep an eye out for that. Guys, I hope you are having a wonderful weekend so far. So yeah, be safe and happy trading, guys.